Hi guys, and welcome back to another video. Now I'm looking forward to doing this because this is a video that I've been wanting to do for a while. Obviously it's got put off a little bit. I did try it a while ago when I had about 500 subscribers, but I ended up with about 3 questions, so it got put off. So yeah, I know on my last video, not the Mark 4, the one before, when I said I was doing this, I said it was going to be about 2 or 3 weeks, but I've had quite a good response, so decided to do this now. So yeah, hopefully you find this video informative and questions that you've asked, stuff that you want to know. It might be a long video, it depends how much I waffle for. We'll see what happens when I've edited it all and put it all together. But obviously, because I'm using my phone to record, I've got to write out the list of questions that I've got here. So it's pretty much going to be, at the moment, spur of the hip type of thing. So let's crack on and we'll start with the first question. So the first question from Zane K. What made you get a Mark 6 ST, and are there any collabs on the way? Well, the reason I got a Mark 6, or ST preferably, was that in previous jobs I have always worked a distance away, so I needed diesels. With this job that I've got now, literally, it's not far at all, so I took the opportunity to buy a car that I really wanted. Tried to buy it. I wanted a Focus ST originally, but couldn't afford the insurance and a bit too much costly to run at the time. So I got the baby version, which is the Mark 6 ST. But as soon as I got into the car, test drove it, I wanted it straight away. So that's one of the reasons why I got this car and ended up with it. So next question from Mousy. What got you into YouTube? Any performance mods on the way? Well, what got me into YouTube? This can be quite a big one. As you know, I'm not a 18, 20-year-old, whatever. I'm cracking on now. So in times before YouTube, when talking many years ago, when forums were at the height of where you would post and update everyone on your progress, there was a little site that a friend of mine created called Fiesta Guides. And basically the idea of this was to create guides for Fiestas, which I had a Fiesta Mark 3 at the time, and basically create the guide, upload it onto the forum, and basically it was a forum of guides, written based on how to do mods. And basically it was an early version of YouTube videos. So after an amount of time, after a few years, the site closed down. I can't remember what happened exactly. I couldn't afford to do it, or we had to do other things and had to move on, and it kind of got forgotten about. And then time progresses, move on to different cars, and I did actually have this car at the time, because I started probably like 2 years ago now, I think it was. And when I got this, I saw a few videos, and obviously kind of not literally met, but was talking to R23Owl and JayMono at the time, watching his videos. And basically it was R23Owl that said, why don't you ever go, just do it. If it's something you want to give it a try, then just do it. It doesn't matter if you make a fool of yourself. If it's your first video, you've got no subscribers, there's always people that are going to hate you, but have a go. If you don't like it, or you really don't want to continue, then you just delete your channel. So basically it began from there. I did a few videos, and as you can see from my videos, from the past ones I've done, I like to think anyway that each one gets a little bit better. I get better with confidence, and and so on and so on. So that's basically how I got into YouTube. In fact, on my early videos, on my intro, I've put JayMono and R23Owl on the intro, because it was them that made me got into it basically. So the next one from DJ Lloydie. What sort of time can you okay, well, I did say ask me anything. What sort of time can I run a 10k? I don't think I can run 1k, so I don't know with that one, I'm afraid. So moving swiftly on. Grease Monkey Limited. What do you have planned for the ST and the Mark 4? Well, with the ST at the moment, let me think. I don't want to take it too far, because I'm someone that likes the car as it is now. It's sort of like subtly modified, not over the top, Now, the danger with not everyone, everyone's different, everyone likes different things, but what I don't want to do is just do a mod for the sake of it. I like the more subtle modded approach. But things planned, I definitely want to get the rear spats for the TRC rears. I just need to find some of those, and basically I don't know, I would like to maybe get Montune, the induction, but they cost so much, so I don't know about that one. And I have thought about getting a proper manifold as well, upgrading that, but they're all really costly, so it will depend on funds, so we'll see with that one. Depends if I get any good deals as well. The Mark IV, that's making slow progress. It has been a big learning curve. I do say to anyone, if you've got the space to do it, if you want to have a go welding, buy a car, anything like that, stick it in a garage or somewhere that's, you don't have to tax it and MOT it, and just have a go. Yes, you're going to get criticism. I've had barrel loads, but just keep at it, and it's the only way you can get better. So, but planned for the Mark IV, yes. I think when I do eventually get it up and running again, I'm going to sell it. I need to get some of the money back. I don't know where to sell it before I try and take it for MOT, just because I know it seems a shame, but the cost in getting it to MOT, you've got to insure it. I can't just drive it there without insurance. You obviously can't tax it yet, but there's a lot more costs involved, and I don't know if it's worth it at the moment for me, because if I did get it MOT'd, I don't know if I get the money back for it, if you know what I mean. But I don't know. If anyone wants to buy it as it is, make me an offer when I get it running, of course. And we'll just see where it goes from there. If not, then potentially I might try and MOT it. Well, again, it's all money. We'll just see where it goes with that. But, right, the next one. The Lord is my Shepherd 74. Future plans for the ST. Yep, that's kind of going back to the last one. Manifold, stuff like that. I've just thought maybe again, I know a good thing to do is maybe get cams and a remap, or maybe just a remap could do. Maybe the Super Chips one, but I know it just costs a lot and you probably don't get that many gains, but I'll probably look into it, see what happens with that. Simon Prike, sorry if I pronounced your name wrong. Favourite dream car? Right, well, as you know, I'm Ford biased, but I'm going to split this into two sections, because I know everyone, it's a favourite question for a lot of people. I'm going to do favourite dream car and potentially affordable dream car. This is a big difference, like something that's $500,000 or 50 grand. So the absolute dream car would be, well, it's going to have to be Eleanor, isn't it? It's going to have to be the Shelby GT500. Some people may say yes, some people may say no, but I think that's such a beautiful car. So more affordable, realistic car. I think it's going to have to be a Cosworth, Escort or Sierra, something like that. How can it not be, really? Mind you, the Sierra ones are pushing like 80 grand, so it might be massively expensive, but maybe an Escort, I can pick one of those up for maybe 40, 50, I think. But still nice. Right, next question. JayMono, full car history, which do I regret selling? Right, okay, now this, I'm not going to say too much on this one, because this is a video I've thought about doing for a while, and as I've said, I am Ford biased, and there's a reason for that. Every car that I've owned has been a Ford. I've had a few, so I'm going to do a separate video on every car that I've had, run you through mods, things like that, because I think that would make an interesting video. If you do want to see that as well, let me know, down below, leave your comments. But certainly something I would enjoy, doing a video on. But just for this question, which car do I regret selling? That would be the Mark III Fiesta SI 1.6. I'll stick a photo up here. Now, it's not the quickest car, it was only 90 brake, but the reason I regret selling it, I ended up selling it because it got rusty at the time, not knowing what I know now, and I decided to shift it on. But they only made these cars for 2 years. It's such a Marmite car. Some people like it, some people don't. Now, it was a very rounded car, the bumpers compared to the very boxy XR2i. It was meant to be like a comparison, they're both a 1.6, both around the same brake. I say a lot of people didn't like its styling with it being very curvy. I loved it, and I did quite a few mods to it as well. So yeah, these had deep dish alloys on them, really nice. And I had RS2000 brakes on it as well. We're talking, I had like 2mm between the caliper and the alloy. In fact, I had to cut some of the caliper off a little bit just to get it to pass. But yeah, the reason, again, I regret selling it, it was really nice. It wasn't quick, but it had the Recaro seats in them, and I kid you not, they are the comfiest seats in any car. I mean, these are pretty solid, but they are sort of like comfy solid. The seats in those are like your big lazy boy type seats, really comfy. You could drive 200 miles and like nearly fall asleep in it, type of seats. But the whole car was just really nice, and I know a lot of people put 2 litres, 2 litre silver top engines in them. But the sheer car, the whole package, it was just, I had a look to see if you could buy one actually, and they're very rare. I know I mentioned before, a guy called Phil, he's got the Mustang and an SI. I'll put his SI on, that's really nice as well. He's kept his for many years since I've had mine. And I do regret it every time I see his photo, the car. Yeah, the one that got away, shall we say. Okay, so moving on, AJXE46. Is this your first car? How much do you pay insurance? Okay, leading on from the previous question, no, it's obviously not my first car. I can't count them at the moment. I've had a few before. How much do I pay insurance? Well, obviously I'm not 18. I have a joint policy. I have a 2-car policy, multi-car policy with my wife, and I pay for both of us something like £500 for the year. So pretty cheap for me, considering there's 2 cars involved in that. Okay, moving on. DJ Lloydie again. Why didn't I clean the other light on my last video? That would be the clips on the back, on the rear light. Yeah, I do, yes. Okay, hold my hands up. So I need to take the light off just to fix that clip. Yes, I should have taken it off because that's probably filthy as well under there. It's something I might do, if it ever gets a little bit warmer. Be nice just to get all that filth out there, but yeah, you're right. Hold my hands up to that one. Okay, drive with Andy. What do I do as a day job? If I could have any job, what would it be? Okay, I work with computers, IT technician basically. I do enjoy it. If I could have any job, what would it be? I don't know, it's one of those questions that's really hard, to put on the spot, because if you could say, oh yeah, I'd like to drive cars, or drive, I have a friend that drives cars, and driving up and down the motorway all day, every day, even in big, posh cars, it's something that you probably would get bored of, after a certain amount of time. So for me at the moment, until I do literally think of something and think, oh yeah, that'd be nice, my view on it is any job, unless straight away if it's going to get repetitive or you're going to get bored of it at the end of the day. So yeah, I don't know with that one. I'm afraid I'm going to have to pass because I can't actually think of anything that's, like I say, that you could say work for Ford or whatever, but again, or something car related, it's one of those things. I can't think at the moment what it would be, but if I do, I'll leave a note on the bottom. Okay, next question from Dark Weaver. My rear side offside door won't open from the inside or outside. I think it's because the spring that controls a little pin has become stuck with the weather. Any advice on how to get the door open? At the moment, no, I can't think of anything, but if any of you are watching, if you haven't sorted this, by the way, Dark Weaver, if anyone can help, leave comments down below. Hopefully they'll see it and yeah, we'll help them out. Joe Linden, do you think JayMono should get the ST back? Well, a lot of people will say yes. Having talked to Jay and a few other people who have a similar mindset, unless it's a car that you really like you can see yourself having for years and years and years, something like the Mark 6 is not a car that, I say, unless you really like it, is a car that you would have for a long time. Now, he's had the ST, and now he's having to move on for other reasons. I don't think he'd buy the ST back. I think he's looking at other, moving on to different types of car. Now, I could be wrong, I could be thinking, yes, it'd be nice to have the ST back, but from my point of view, like I say, I think the ST is not the best car in the world. I'm going to say that. There's better cars out there that drive nice, that are quicker, and obviously your needs of your life need to fit around the car as well. So to be fair, from his point of view, I think he's moving on. But yeah, I mean, from a channel point of view, I think it'd be nice to have the car back, but again, it's all expenses, and it's everyone's choice at the end of the day. So yeah, just keep a lookout. He may make a return at some point with a video, and I'm sure he'll update us with what's going off. Joachim Extra, is it? Sorry if I said your name wrong. How many cars have I owned? Again, another question I can't think exactly off the top of my head, but I'm going to do another video on the cars I had, so hopefully that will answer your question. DJ Lloyd again, so many questions. If I had 20k, what car would I get next for the channel? Now, as I was saying before, 20k is, in the car world, not really that much, and I know a lot of people would expect me to say, old Fiesta, Capri, things that a lot of people do get. Now, for the channel, I know some people may not like it, but I really fancy, I've mentioned this to one or two people, I would really love a Granada Scorpio estate. Just something different that you don't see. Everyone goes for Fiestas, Escorts, RS Turbos, things like that. But yeah, something like that you never see. I think it'd be really nice to do something a little bit different like that. So yeah, something like that, or Scorpio, or is it a Scorpio Ultima? Can't think exactly, but ones with the styling that kind of American influenced, but the Cosworth version. So yeah, something like that. So like a dumbass, the messages that I got on Instagram I didn't save, didn't screenshot, and I forgot I posted them. But one or two of the questions that I do remember are, the first one being, what's my favourite console game and what am I playing at the moment? I think my all-time favourite, the games that I spent the most time on overall would have to be Metal Gear Solid. I spent loads of time on that, and probably the original Mario Kart for the SNES. I've killed many hours on that, playing those games. What am I playing at the moment? I've just started Cyberpunk. Yes, you may say. It's not so bad. I haven't seen that many glitches, to be fair. One or two, but nothing that spoils the gameplay. Not that I get plenty of time to play the game at the moment, but yeah, that's what I'm playing at the moment. Again, the other one, which I can't remember who it's from because I didn't screenshot the messages. When I get rid of the Mark IV, what would I get next? Now, again, depends on money, how much I can sell it for. Obviously, I need to make a bit of profit, which hence the whole, take it for MOT. If I can sell it for how much without, someone's willing to buy it. Now that I've basically used this car and I've got to where I'm with it, I know that I can do a bit of welding. I would like to try, I've been looking actually, but it's just out my price range, what I've got. Maybe like an old, is it Mark 6 Fiesta, but cabriolet. I was thinking if I could jump a little bit, try and jump ahead, it'd be nice to get like an old Mark 6 cab and potentially show that, if I can. I mean, I know this Mark 4 is not really show material, the paint's not great. It was just mainly something I bought as a project just to have a go at. But I would like to progress if I can't afford something like that, because I know they're, say, a little pricey. I think something, I don't know, maybe a Mark 3 Fiesta, if I can get hold of one of those quite cheap. I think it'd be quite nice just to tinker about with. I like something a little bit older, but not something too old that's going to cost lots to redo. It's just whatever comes up, I guess, at the right price, but something that's maybe interesting for the channel as well. So but I will keep you updated as what happens with the Mark 4, and then basically it'll take it from there. And Grant's AO4 will do the last question. Best worst feature on the ST? Right, okay, the worst feature, the ST doesn't really have many features because, well, this one doesn't, because it doesn't have electric windows and things like that. It's purely just for the kind of car on the engine type of thing. But worst feature would be, I'd say, the turning circle. As the car as itself, it's awful trying to turn the car around. So I'm going to say that. The best feature, it's not really a feature, but I think the TRC kit really makes it stand out. I know a lot of people get the front splitter because that's the cheapest part, but having the side add-on skirts, it just really finishes it off. And the last one, which I remember, I know Zane asked this one, part of his question, I forgot. Are we doing, or am I doing any collabs with anyone soon? At the moment, foreseeable future, not really, just because of everything that's going off. A lot of one or two of the people that I do speak to do live quite, down south. DJ Lloydie would be a good one to do a collab with, but again, everything's going off. Sometimes it's easy to do collabs at shows, so for something at Silverstone, then it's easier to do it there, because then everyone gets together, and you can have a really good laugh. So but just because of what's going off, potentially at the moment, it's more likely that when show season starts again, when everything's a bit safer, it'll be there. We don't know how long this is going to last for, but maybe if R23Owl decides at some point to do a video when this is a little bit safer, and he reveals, well, we all know technically what he's got now, but when he decides to do a video on it, maybe we can do a quick video on that, something a little bit different, something non-Ford on the channel. So I hope you enjoyed this video. I hope I've answered your questions with enough detail, and you're happy with them. If you want to ask me any other details, or if you want to ask me any other questions, then leave them down below. I can always add them on after. Look forward to all the cars I've owned, because I will be doing that one. I just need to get all the photos and everything back together, just so I can remember what I've actually done to each one, because some I've done a lot, especially my first car. Went wild with that one. I've got another, I think it'll be another Mark 4 video that I'll do next. I know at some point I get a bit of time, I'm going to try have a look at that side, the hole in the back, and put the bumper back on. But so I hope you like this video. Feel free to share, subscribe, and I'll see you in the next one.